Hello everyone, and I am back from the dead. I know that hundreds, literally thousands of you were waiting for this, but it's time to jump back into it. And I thought, what is a better game to jump into to get back into the flow of things than Crusader Kings 2 with the Game of Thrones mod. Now I thought long and hard about which character I should play and what time, and I thought we'll start right at the beginning of like one of the most gruesome, it doesn't have dragons or anything like that, but one of the more gruesome ones in the war, more intimate, some might say, Robert's Rebellion. Uh, it all started when Rhaegar kidnapped Lyanna Stark. Kidnapped, in quotes, obviously. She's a Northern girl, she wouldn't go willingly. So people think that she might have just said yes. Anyway, but I thought, everybody loves Ned, and everybody loves, like, Jon Arryn and all that, and Tywin Lannister. I thought I'd play as a character that most people don't know, like how he was or who he was before the war started, and during the war, and that's Robert Baratheon. Now most people like their views on him have been ruined from the show because like all they see is a large man. His health has degraded since the days of the war. He's gotten fat and slightly shorter. Didn't lose much of his strength, even though he obviously did. But a life of gluttony and lustfulness has really led him down to a path of just ill health. But during the war, right about when the war started, he was how do I describe it? It was said he stood head and shoulders above most men, and he was incredibly strong. He's one of the few in the realm that only used a warhammer, incredibly like powerful weapon, but only he could lift it. It's said. I'm sure that there might have been other strong men, but the only people who could dwarf him were when men like Gregor Clegane, the Hound, and the Mountain started like showing up, and the Mountain he even dwarfs Robert. But Robert, he was a big dude. Even like Ned, he was never a huge guy. In fact, that he was kind of like average size. Robert Baratheon, he just like big guy. And anyway, we're gonna try to. Robert of House Baratheon, Lord of Storms, and raised for most of life in the Vale by Jon Arryn, and that was like if you can get a chance to like look back on some of the stories in the first book or the show when Ned and Robert talk, it's fantastic. You can really hear what they were talking about. But fierce warrior, drinker, and womanizer. Now, how the war started. I'll do a bit of history and then I'll jump into the game. The Mad King saw traitors in every corner of the realm, high, low, and whenever Rickard Stark and Brandon Stark heard of their sister being kidnapped, quote unquote, by Rhaegar Targaryen, they went south to demand justice from the king. And the king, in all of his wisdom, decided to put them in chains and burn them alive with wildfire. Well, actually, I don't know if it was wildfire. To be honest, I think it was, but it might not have been. But Ares was a known pyromaniac, basically, and after that was done, Ares thought he knew, like he had at least enough brains to realize that a war might be beginning to start. So he sent a letter to Jon Arryn, who was tutoring Ned and Robert, and said, "Bring me their heads." He said, "Bring me the heads of your wards." And Jon Arryn, being a noble man, he said, "No." And he smuggled Ned back to north, Robert down to the south. Well, that was after Robert took Goldtown by storming over the walls and killing their lord. But yeah, he sent Robert south, and he raised the flags like beside them. John married into the Tully family as well as Ned in order to secure an alliance. So that was 4 of the 7 major uh, kingdoms, I guess, and 2 of them weren't gonna even attempt to fight. Uh, let's turn that on. And let Tywin, he was sitting out of it because he did not care for the king, but also he didn't care for Robert. He was just looking out for his family in like a completely. I mean, it makes sense, but and the Iron Islands, they could care less. They have no wish to be a part of any of this. And Dorne, obviously, they sided with the Targaryens because they were married to, crush Targaryens with my hammer. Rhaegar is married to, I think it's Elia. Yeah, Elia of Dorne. And the Reach, let's turn this on. They sided with them as well because after like hundreds of years, they were loyal bannermen of the Targaryens. They helped defeat some of the major Blackfire rebellions. And yeah, it's just a little bit of history. I love the history, so I'll go over it just a little bit. But all right, and here's the war. Here we have Robert Baratheon. I personally think he should be given the huge trait. It gives you a martial bonus and a dual skill bonus, but strong is just fine. I mean, it makes sense as well. So we have brilliant commander, strong knight, skilled fighter, rebel leader, obviously because we're rebelling against the realm. Brave, gregarious, wroth, ambitious, authoritative, and lustful. He also has aggressive leader, heavy infantry leader, and inspiring leader. So this means that we want to be attacking all the time. We don't want to be on the back foot, which makes sense for Robert. I like to roleplay the characters. I do what they think that I think they would do. Now he's a strong, like, quick to anger man with wrath, and he's brave as well, so he won't back down from a fight. Okay, now we're gonna get the war focus, which gives us +2 martial, boosting us up to 30, I believe, 31. And we want to win the war. Robert's only goal right now is to free Lyanna and win the war. Now our brother isn't married, so we might want to get that going. Also, I don't know how long I'm going to do this. I might only play it until Robert dies, but if it does decently well, I'll keep going. Our Stannis, very good military leader. Not strong though, but he's still a good commander nonetheless. And Renly at this point, he's just a boy, but he still has the attractive trait. Alright. So in the Stormlands, some of our vassals have risen against us. So my first goal is going to be to smash the armies of Felwood, Griffin's Roost, Grandview, and Fontaine. And then my goal is to find a way to escape the Stormlands, because all of my allies are up north. The Vale, the Rivermen, and the Northmen. And the Northmen are going to take a long time to muster, even with Ned, because it's the biggest of the 7 kingdoms, so it takes a long time to get everyone together. But we need to at least get to the Tullys and bring our armies with them. That'll be about 30,000 men, as well as Vale, which would give us 50. But the Reach at this time is a pretty darn good army, 26,000 right there. Dorne, 12,000, but they have pikes, so they're harder to kill. If there was a way to bring... Ooh, wait, what am I doing? Oh, crap. Can we get him? Sorry, just 1 second. I forgot about Cersei. We can have Stannis. No, never mind. Okay. Alright. We're playing on normal. But, like I said, I'll do this for a few parts. And if he dies and I keep going, yeah, it'll be fine. And here we have Robert's Warhammer Treasury. A spiked iron Warhammer crafted for Robert Baratheon. Robert slayed Rhaegar with a blow from this Warhammer at the Battle of the Trident. Now, we might be able to make that happen again, I don't know. But it gives us a dual skill +1, heavy foot troops plus 10% effectiveness, and monthly prestige. So our dual skill is 11.17. Let's look at Rhaegar's. 9.17. Okay, that makes sense. They're both very good warriors, but anyway, alright, let's get started. I spent plenty of time doing all the other stuff, but we're gonna give some minor titles out before I start to some of my vassals, so they'll give me a little more men. Yeah, Robert's in need of bodyguard, but we might as well. We're fighting for the throne. If we die, you know. Alright. Okay, so we have 15,000 men. I'm waiting for, okay. Now we'll attack Griffin's Roost. I'm only gonna raise these because, like, getting on your armies together, they can get caught by, like, little bands of men. So if we can just get rid of Griffin's Roost right away, we'll be able to get all of our southern men. As we should raise Tarth as well. It's 8,000 right there. Galemont. Get everyone raised and everyone's starting on their way to Griffin's Roost. Alright, well we have a Blackwood marriage. I didn't really think that through, but it's not bad. They're a decent family. They have some there's some history to them. Yes, we'll ask for dowry, more money. Money wins wars. We won't host a wedding though, which is, I guess that's like, you know, kind of breaking the whole thing, but you know. Okay, now let's raise the men of Rainwood. I usually don't do this all like one at a time, but I'm just trying to make sure I get as many men together before any die. Alright, so that's not all of them, that's a good number. I still have men that I can raise from the south. The Dornish Marches, as they're called. I would have liked to catch some others out, but I guess we'll siege Griffin's Roost for now. We'll need to run when they come, because while we could take Ares' army alone, the Crownland army, he'll have the Reach start coming, and Dorner's like to our south, so we need to make it to the Riverlands, because they have a decent amount of men over there, along with the Vale. See, the north is starting to mobilize, but this is going to take forever. He can restart 8,000 men, though. Alright, let's get our armies together. We have a decent amount of men. We have 14,000, that's actually not bad at all. But getting these southern levies up is going to be kind of annoying. Actually, I could probably get them right now. That's another 3,000 men. I think that's everyone. Yeah, that's pretty much everyone. What else can we raise? Crow's Nest. We'll need as many men as we can get. Let's find out what Crow's Nest is. Actually, I might as well just raise them normally. Oh, they're right there. I'm just blind. But that's no fact. But yeah, I'll do this until Robert dies. And if he dies, and this is still doing decent as a series, I might continue it through Stannis, or if Robert has an heir. We don't know. Right now, Lyanna is kidnapped, so he won't be having any kids anytime soon. Ooh, see, this is what I mean. Robert and okay, so we won't be able to get them. That sucks, but that's still fine. See, I need to hurry up and get my men together, and actually, if we can, no, okay, no, I have to go back to Griffin's Roost. So we're gonna siege Griffin's Roost first, but we really need to start getting out of the Stormlands. Our capital can hold up on its own for a little bit. It has an 8,000 garrison. That's the special thing. Like each of the major castles has like a special bonus trait. We have a garrison size plus 60% and plus 4 to 4 level. So it's a really strong castle, like it really is in the books. It's very, very hard to siege. Oh crap! Right, unfortunately, we had to put all these guys down. That's fine. So we'll get our main army together. That's still 14,000. And we can raise another 3,000, so we'll be up to like around 17. This is what I mean, though. We're starting to get kind of trapped. So when I get my army together, I'm going to go up through Haystack Hall and all that, and try to reach around the Crownlands. If we can keep them busy for a little bit, though, we should be fine. Yeah, my other series that I did forever ago that I didn't complete was Aegon's Conquest, and I would have if I could get the save back, but I probably can't. So this will just be a continuation, and we'll see where this goes. See how it does. There, she please. I don't care. Actually, I should have done this earlier. I don't know why I wasn't. I guess so. Descent. You know, we're trying to take the throne the most we can. Okay, get him. We don't want him doing this because if we have an assassination plot, we won't know unless we have our spy master scheming for us. auto stop plots. Alright, gonna save real quick. Here we go. So we need to hurry up and get our armies out of the Stormlands as soon as possible. See, they already have 16,000. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. So probably for the first one I'll do about 20 minutes, and then I'll cut it. But, you know, because I don't want it to be too long that it's not, like, watchable. So, alright. I'm not even going to complete the siege, I'm just going to start running. Because they now have, like, almost 20,000 men at our, at the foot of our, our lands. So, we're not going to siege King's Landing yet. All we need to do is get our armies together with the Northmen, who are starting to get their way down. The Valemen and the Riverlands. Is at least together we'll have a decent chance. Alright, let's make sure we have the right leaders up. We want our brothers Stannis and Richard Hort. This does put Stannis at risk since he is our heir, but we also have Renly, who admittedly is a kid, but nonetheless he is our heir. No, let's not get him married yet. If we become the king, hopefully, we'll have a chance of making sure that doesn't happen. Because we don't. If Robert dies, like I said, it might end, it might not. I don't know yet. Alright, we're almost there. But see that they're losing a lot of men to attrition as well. So this is still working out in our favor. While we're not fighting, we're still kind of fighting. Because they have so many men in one tile, I guess. There's only a certain supply limit that you can have, and that's 18,000 for us. For them, it's probably a bit less. So losing men. But see, actually, we're not. We're gonna be fine. So we're gonna move all the way to Stokeworth. And we may have evaded their armies, depending on where the Reachman men are. But at that same time, we're gonna lose some of our lands to sieges. So we need to make sure that we are together while we're fighting. In the actual rebellion, in Game of Thrones lore, Robert actually won, like, I think it was 3 battles in one day. Like, he went from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and like it was incredible. No one else has done it before. He was the first over the wall at the Siege of Goldtown, which is over on the Vale, killing their lord, I believe, and forcing them to surrender. But I'm going to keep going because we want to get to the Vale, or at least close to the Vale in the Riverlands. See? Oh, look at that. Just barely missing them. See, that's a stack. If we can get that stack done quickly, I think that they're 27,000, yeah. Like, in order to win this, you have to play smart. Like, I need to make sure I'm always in the range of my allies. I can always fight with them. Because we have a decent army, but considering all these big guys that are playing, not too much. Now, if they start sieging the Storm's End itself, I will have to march south, but I don't think they will. We have to stay on the move. We don't want to get caught. Like, as much as I'm relying on my allies, you have to be careful because they are AI at the end of the day. You know, they're not always going to be the best of the best, like the best and brightest. Sometimes they'll leave you high and dry in a battle, and they won't even worry about coming to you. But we need to make sure we're available if, like, the Vale starts fighting or something like that. Like, we're losing some men to attrition as well. But if everyone comes, we can take out the Reach, like, right now. Which I really would enjoy. 25th. Yeah, now he's gonna get out. Where is he gonna go? And we have the 14,000 coming up from the Crown lands and some of the Stormland traders. As a matter of fact, we will be putting these guys special interest, and at the end of the war, we'll have to decide their fate if we win. Which I'm pretty sure we will. I'm pretty decent, but there's always a chance that I lose, you know? Yeah, this is Jon Arryn. Jon Arryn, sorry, John Connington. He's a pretty big player that kind of, unless you've read the last few books, you're kind of not too well known of his character, but he was still he was a good guy. Okay. Alright, we're gonna hope. No? Okay. I want to start a fight, but you really have to be smart in this. Alright. Lyanna Stark. She's the one we're trying to rescue. So is Ned. Ned is our best friend, and we will fight with him. Oh, okay. They've connected to us. Alright, now we're gonna lose a bit of mental attrition. So we gotta start. We gotta find a fight. I don't mind that, but that's a decent amount of... Okay. Now, Renly, I'm kind of gonna do the same way he was in the books and the show. He's more of a diplomat. Like, he was never a warrior, so I'm gonna go with that, especially because he has attractive. That's a +1 to diplomacy. So, educated at court. And we'll get him a decent tutor for +2 learning. Even though we need the money at the... If we need it, we can call the Iron Bank, and they'll give us a loan. Okay. Keep going. Alright, come on. We might be able to catch the reach out here. Oh, please fight with me. Come on, we can get him. Crap, come on. We're losing a lot of men to attrition. And I don't want to get my army caught out, so... Keep going. No. Uh-oh. Okay, they're coming. Darn it. Alright, we're gonna start a fight. Now this could be really bad, considering that the Valemen aren't moving, and if they don't move early enough, we're gonna lose some men. Oh wait, there we go. Alright, we're gonna have the first major battle of the war going down right now. If we can force the reach out, their major thing is their amount of men that they can field. But if we can beat them down, we'll be in a very good position to win the war. Alistair. Garrett Flowers. Bastard Tyrell. Alright, see up north. There. Well, if we can take out the Reachmen and the Crownland armies, that might be very good for us, even though the Vale's going to lose a decent sized stack. So we've already cut down a big chunk of the power from the Valemen. Reachmen, sorry. Okay, I'll go on for 30 minutes, I guess, but I need to make sure this isn't too long. I want people to try to enjoy it. I know that hundreds of thousands of you are depending on me for my content, so like literally, like there are tens of thousands that really rely on me. So now we should be able to take this stack alone because it's a bunch of different armies mashed together, and their morale is pretty not completely depleted. Obviously, it's going up, but we should have an easy time just dismantling them. I hope. Like, we are an aggressive leader, so we'll get the bonus from that, and an inspiring leader. Discourage from factions, no. Right now, like, usually when you do that, you can lead to a loss of opinion, and you don't want that, like, especially during a war, when so many have already, like, turned against me. You need to inspire loyalty, so. Okay, here we go. Come on, Stannis. Everyone's holding their flank. He's losing his, though. Stannis needs to hurry up and smash the no commander army. It's gonna be close. Closer than I'd like it to be. No, we haven't. Robert and Stannis just completely destroying the Baratheon brothers, showing why they're feared. Even though at this point they weren't really feared. Well, Robert was. Stannis really wasn't. Like everybody knew he was a dutiful commander, but he was never like a incredibly like no one had a fear for him, you know. They knew he was a hard man and a just man, but, you know. Coming out of his dark cell and dungeon, asking for suitable accommodations that would befit his rank. Now, even though he is a traitor, Robert, he was an open-handed man, so he would give him better not lands, but accommodations. So we've just smashed pretty much all of the traitors, but they still have 24,000 men down south. And Dorne is still in the war, and we haven't seen Dorne at all. Like, I don't know where they're... Is that their armies? No, speaking of the devil, they're right there. That's actually good for us that they're sieging the Stormlands. As long as they don't get our capital, we're okay. And now we're gonna smash the Reachman again. Come to think of it, I'm sure that sounds weird. Stannis had a daughter. Surprising. Sorry about that. All these noises, I haven't done this in a while. Very good at silence things. Alrighty. Tywin is still keeping to himself. Building up that money. Jaime's obviously a Kingsguard member. Formidable fighter. Makes sense. Alright. Now... I hate losing men to attrition, so I like to keep moving. But I need to really, like, stay near our massive men. So we have the Northmen up there. The Graftons of Goldtown are coming down. I'm just gonna go ahead and take out this army. Alright, go for a few more minutes, and then I'll be. We have another major battle coming up. Valemen are with us, slightly behind, but still with us. Oh, Sir Willem Darry. He was gonna fight us, and then he thought better of it. Alright, and here are our allies. There we go. Stormlands. We're losing a lot of, well, not a lot, but a good bit of land to sieges and stuff, and another one ran from us, thinking better of it again. So we can't see the Dornish anymore, so they're probably marching up north. At this point, I'm probably just going to siege King's Landing. What happened to... I think the Valemen might have just... No, they're there. Oh, okay, that was weird. Will they come with me? Yes, they will. Alright, we're gonna have another pretty decent battle. Now, this could be kind of bad. Like, this is the kind of overextension that can lose the war. Ooh. That's 31,000 men. Now we have 25, and I'm sure that their morale is like mixed and matched. Oh, I don't know. It's not smart to engage an enemy of greater number than you. But also I don't want him to go through and smash. You know what, we're gonna wait. We're gonna hope that they split apart. And they actually will. The armies of Dorne are slightly behind them. Can we catch... No? Okay. We're just gonna siege King's Landing, and we'll watch what they do. If they start moving towards our allies, though, we're gonna have to get our rears in gear, you know? I'd like to win, or try to win this in the first part. Can we... Alright, we're gonna go after the Dornish. Now they have a lot of pikes, so they're better at defending, but we should just be able to overwhelm them with numbers. And the fact that we have really good commanders. But we might be sacrificing our northern, oh boy. Our vassals aren't happy with us. Some tax concession. Yeah. I mean, we're losing money in the long run by giving them lower taxes. But I'd rather do that than have them be angry with me, because they're currently fighting my war, you know? Ooh. We were challenged to a battlefield duel by an Uller, a Dornishman. Prepare to die. He's no match for my might. You attack with force. Okay, alright. So, our first encounter, we're killed by a guy who has half of our duel skill. Robert is dead. Oh, jeez. This game sometimes. Okay. You know what? We'll continue it as it is. We are now Stannis Baratheon, just small funeral. We can't afford to do anything right now. Alright. Well, so we're gonna continue with Stannis. Stannis watches his brother fall on the battlefield, and he's like, I will take up the mantle and I will win the war. You know, he's fighting for his brother. He does not care for Lyanna as others do. He has no attachment to her. But, so we will continue fighting this war. I'll probably finish this battle and end it here. Just because I'm going over like the time limit I set, and I don't really want this to be too long to watch, and it really kind of is. Like, I understand that some people, like, they'll see this and be like, that's like, but, you know. So we'll finish this fight with the Dornish. Jeez, I can't believe that. They killed him right away. And I will save it here. And that'll be all for today, everyone. To my hundreds of loyal fans. Yeah. The next one will be up in a few days. I'll catch you next time.